Syntope is the latest movie by director Sam Raimi, whose past films include Drag Me to Hell, Dark Man, Also Great and Powerful, and the 2000s Spider-Man's 1, 2, and 3, starring Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. After a plane crash traps Linda Little with her insufferable boss Bradley on a desert island, can they survive outside the confines of the corporate office, or will they become even more disconnected? So the movie starts out with Linda Little under the impression that she's going to get a promotion to a VP spot when Bradley, who comes in, is taking over for his father as the CEO of the company. He has different plans. This annoys Linda a little bit, and she has a conversation with him. It's in the trailer. So Bradley gives her one last chance to join this business deal they're going on down in Southeast Asia. During their travel, the plane crashes. There's some pretty great death scenes there in the plane crash. So anything with Sam Raimi, especially when he does his darker stuff, is going to have some pretty, I guess, dark comedy, hilarious instances, some interesting ways people can die. But they end up, crashing. Linda survives, and she finds Bradley on the beach as she's walking down after she wakes up. And he is injured. He's knocked out. So she builds a shelter around him after she pulls him up to a tree. And she was a big fan of a certain TV show that I won't say, but you could probably get the gist of it. That she has a lot of survival skills from watching the TV show. There's some scenes early in the film at her apartment where you just see stacks of books around survival, how to tie knots, other survival tactics like that. So she spends the initial time gathering water, finding food of some kind, and also building a shelter for them. And once he wakes up, he's a little kind of out of it, doesn't know what's going on. She gives him some water, and he's still kind of being a jerk to her a little bit until he realized the predicament they're in. And he kind of changes his facade a little bit, but not too much. You can kind of tell he's acting, that he's being nice. And, his main goal is to get off the island as fast as possible and get back to his life. And so the movie's basically them and trying to stay alive until rescue comes. But there's a little bit more to that Linda kind of has a crush on him and also feels that he needs to learn a lesson of some kind in the way he treats people. And so she does kind of let him kind of do his own thing a little bit until he gets into too much trouble as she becomes more and more aware of what she's capable of. You see her demeanor change over time throughout the film. She's becoming more confident, a stronger person, able to stand up for herself, which is definitely different than how she was in the office. And once she realizes that this is a different environment, she's like, okay, I can teach this guy a lesson, keep him out here longer. So you can see that there's something going on the island that she finds because they're walking through the jungle, climbing up some mountains, and she indicates to him that, hey, don't go over there. There's a lot of vegetation that can poison you or cause irritation to your skin. It's definitely not a safe place to go, which when she brings that up, there's something over there, and that comes to play at the end of the film. But there's a lot of good scenes in the movie around the tension between them and how Bradley's kind of putting on this facade of being a nice guy and learning his lesson. They both kind of do terrible things to each other. I think Linda's stuff towards Bradley is a bit more emotional and mental, whereas Bradley is a bit more physical in regards to feeding her some food that's not the best to eat so that he can try and escape without her, which shows his selfishness is still there. He hasn't changed any. Everything he's been doing throughout the movie is just a show. There's some great, kind of horror moments in the movie. Some great, I guess there's a few different fight scenes or some scenes where it gets a little bit gruesome in that kind of dark comedic way that Sam Raimi knows how to do. In the ending, the ending is a little off. I don't know how much I like that, but the ending of their time on the island was very interesting, very fun to see. I would definitely recommend seeing Send Help in the theater. I give it 3 stars.